everyone, I got a request on my Instagram from Parisa about doing a video about how to find acting jobs. So, this is a video about how to find acting jobs. I've been acting since I was 5, if you didn't know, so I've kind of grown up with knowing about castings and how they work and how to find them essentially. So I've just got a couple of pointers of basically how you can find acting jobs if you don't know. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Okay, let's go. So one thing that definitely helps with getting acting jobs is having an agent. That is probably one of the most important things. Essentially, they know the ins and outs of castings, so they know how to basically get you a job. If you want me to do a detailed video about getting an agent, then I can do that for you if you want. If you do, just comment below. Agents pretty much always have Spotlight, which is basically a massive casting website where casting directors put out their castings and agents basically put forward their clients. So your agent will put you forward for roles through Spotlight if a role comes up that you're suitable for. But as well as that, they can also use their contacts. If they've been in the industry for a long while, then usually they have built up a backlog of contacts, be it casting directors, production companies, directors. They will have all of that at their disposal. So sometimes if they're having a conversation with someone they know, or one of their contacts comes to them about a really specific role, then they're able to put forward their clients that way as well, through a more non-formal way. And sometimes this is the best way to get things, especially if it's really hard casting. They're not necessarily going to open it out to all the agents. If they're able to come to your agent directly, that's really good because you've got more of a chance of being put forward and brought into the casting room. Now, it isn't essential to have an agent. It is super duper helpful because they get pretty much all the castings, but as an actor, you are able to put yourself forward for stuff on Spotlight. So if you are on Spotlight, then you're able to basically sign in on the Spotlight website and see all the jobs that are coming up. If you do have an agent, you can also nudge them, which is basically a little hint of saying, I'm perfect for this role, put me forward please. You won't get all of the castings, but you will get some. Normally if they're smaller roles, or if it's quite a wide kind of character brief, then sometimes you'll get things like that. I don't necessarily put myself forward for stuff on Spotlight because my agent gets all of that already, but other ways of finding jobs are other casting sites. Now, they're not necessarily going to have all of the castings on them as Spotlight, because Spotlight is the main thing, but more and more casting directors are putting more things out on other things. You're also probably going to get things, smaller profile things like student films or something like an independent film. They're more likely to go out on the smaller casting websites. So one that I really like to use is Casting Networks. It is originally an American casting site, but they brought it over to the UK as well, and some casting directors are converting to that. So as I said, you're not going to get some of the big things, but you are going to get quite a lot. You're going to get commercials, student films, internet stuff, just small independent films. So you do get a good amount of stuff on there. That's easy to sign up to. You can either sign up for a free account or you can sign up for a paid account, which basically allows you to upload as many pictures as you want, or your show reel or voice reel, things like that. If you're a free member, then you have to pay to upload your photos. But what I do, I'm a free member, and every time I get a job through Casting Networks, I use some of the money that I get from that job to put up a photo or to put up a show reel. You do get email alerts from Casting Networks as well, so you don't have to always go through the site. You get email alerts if something comes up that you're suitable for. These are some of the ones that I don't normally use as much, but some people do use them a lot more than me. So they are Casting Call Pro, Star Now, The Stage Casting, and Mandy.com. These are all really good. They are paid services again, but there is like a free basic version. They're normally for things that are unpaid. Especially for travel and things like that, sometimes unpaid stuff isn't that great. But if you really want to get stuff on your CV, then just go for anything. Like, there's no harm in going for unpaid stuff. I will obviously link all of these sites below, but if you do have any more questions, do let me know, and I can do more detailed stuff. Another really cool way of getting castings is actually through social media. More and more casting directors are putting themselves on social media, mainly through Twitter, but some also have Facebook pages, and they sometimes put castings out. This is normally when they're looking for something really specific. For instance, they are looking for a Geordie accent who can also play golf while standing on a unicycle. I don't know, something really random like that. But if you do fit into that bracket, then that's great, because you've got a direct access to that. You can email them or whatever and say, hey, I'm really good for this role, and they'll probably bring you in. Also, if they're doing more of an open call, which is basically where anyone can basically go along, even if they don't have an agent or whatever, then that is more, they do put that out on their social media. One thing I do know though is that casting directors do not like you bombarding them, basically saying, do you have any castings, do you have any castings? So don't do that. Do not harass them, because they're very busy people and they do not have time for that, and it can annoy them, and it could probably blacklist you from some casting directors. Lastly, and probably one that people don't think about, is people you know. If you have been to drama school, or whether you've been to film school, or whether you just people that you know, people from school, people you've met on the train, they could be really useful contacts. I've had things where I have helped out people I know, and I've done music videos, or I've done short films for like their school projects or whatever. And that is another way of getting contacts, because they already know you, they know that you can act, they know what you can do, and that's how you kind of grow your hub of contacts, just through people and meeting people. Just putting yourself out there and meeting new people can really benefit you in your acting career, because you never know who you're going to meet. You could meet the next big top director, and you could meet them when they're really small, and they can bring you up with them. So there we go, there are my tips for finding acting jobs and castings. I hope this helped you out in some way. If it did, do let me know, or if there are any other ways you can think of, then do let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!